You know, this high school football season has flown by. Week 10 of the regular season. The playoffs begin next week. Hello, everyone. I'm Dom Tiberi. Welcome to First and 10.
And I am Adam King. We've got teams trying to finish an unbeaten regular season, conference titles to be handed out, and also teams just trying to make that postseason. Dom, it is the most wonderful time of the year.
I actually thought that was Christmas.
It's that and Week 10 of First and 10. They go hand in hand.
Certainly a huge game with our game of the week, the 8-1 Braves of Olentangy hosting the 4-5 Bears of Olentangy Berlin. OCC Cardinal Division title on the line. Berlin, a three-time defending champ, looking to make it 4 years in a row. And a packed house on hand to see this one. Bragging rights on the line. First quarter, and Olentangy jumping out. Caden Gephardt bowls his way into the end zone. Braves led 7-0. But Berlin's going to come back. Check out Colton Less. Breaks free, and he is gone. Takes it 70 yards for the touchdown. We're tied at 7. And then it's Berlin's defense getting it done. The ball is loose. Check out Braylon Lopez. Scoops it up, and he is in for the touchdown. At halftime, Berlin led 14-7. Berlin goes on to win 14-10. That is the Bears' fourth straight league championship.
One of the games of the year set up to go down in Gahanna tonight. Pickerington North versus the Lions. Somebody taking home the Ohio Capital Conference title. Just a combined 3 losses on the season between these two teams. What a way to cap the season, except the Panthers didn't really want this to be a game. Coming in to send a message, this was so much of the night. Jaron Mock, the spin move, he is for real. Pickerington North, they jumped out to a 21-0 lead in this game. And then there goes Thomas, 16 yards later, it's 28-0. That's got them dancing in the end zone for good reason. So Gahanna, if they're gonna taste that conference title, they need a response. Rolling out, the only problem, that is the wrong team. That is brutal to see. McKnight with the interception and says good night to Gahanna. Thomas would punch another one in for insurance. 35-0. Pickerington North led at the half. That is your final score. Call it a statement. Call it domination. Pickerington North, what a win. They are your conference champions, Dom.
Wow. Right now, it is time to check in with the third member of our team.
Nicole Sheeran joins us with 2 more games from Under the Lights.
Or not, it is the final Friday night of the regular season, and it did not disappoint. We kick things off here at Olentangy Liberty with a conference title on the line. The reigning state champions were looking to get one step closer to defending their crown, hosting the undefeated Pioneers of Olentangy Orange. We pick this one up out of the half, tied up at 7s. It's Patriot ball, but it's Aiden Scott with the interception for the Pioneers. Now 13-7 Orange. Next Pioneer possession, Bobcat commit Levi Davis to Jake Luling, and off he goes. That's 6 more for Orange to widen it 19-7. They go for 2. It's no good, but Liberty gets back in this thing. The direct snap to Antonio Kish. He lays that one right on the letters. Now 19-14 Pioneers, but the nail in the coffin. Ohio University commit Levi Davis with the keeper for Orange to make it 26-14, and that is where we leave it. Olentangy Orange making school history, becoming the first team to go 10-0 on the season.
History books, baby! 26!
They've worked really hard, they've earned it, and it's more about them than it is about, about us or anybody else in our community. So I'm really happy and I'm really proud of them, and I'm just happy for them.
Over in Dublin, Scioto looking for that luck of the Irish on senior night, honoring the special class of 2026, hosting Westerville North. And it's the Warriors who strike first. Jakari Stovall to Winfield Garrett. He trots that one in for the score, now 7-0 North. And those Warriors just keep on punching. A big hit on Nevin Denzel, and happy birthday, Jaquan Willoughby falls right on top of it, and Warriors take advantage. It's Jaden Smith. Dishes to Caden Childress, and that's 6 more for the Warriors to widen it 13-0, and North goes on to win it 16-7 final. A conference title was earned and school history was made. I don't think you can ask for much more on a Friday night. Next up, it's postseason play, the best time of the year. But for now in Olentangy, I'm Nicole Sheeran, and guys, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks so much, Nicole. You know, the last time Bishop Watterson lost a regular season game, you have to go back to October 20th of 2023. The Eagles trying to close out back-to-back unbeaten seasons on the road at St. Charles. They said pre-game they wanted to play their best game of the season today. And you know one way to start that? Well, how about this? The fumble from St. Charles, ball's out and it's bouncing around. Ryan Alvis, not only does he find the ball, he finds himself in the end zone. A defensive score to kick things off for Watterson. So now St. Charles trying to get their offense going in the right direction. They roll out, but this time it's another star for Watterson. Carter Baldwin, he wears that number 1 for a reason. He is number 1. The Watterson defense doing all the work so the offense can do this. Carter Belisari, I believe they call that getting mossed. Your message for the camera? Yeah, that's a touchdown right there, refs. Watterson, they are simply inevitable. Another undefeated regular season. They close it out with a 65-7 win over St. Charles.
All right, a good one in the City League. The Tigers of East hosting the Panthers of Lyndon McKinley. Both of these teams having great seasons, both coming in with identical 8-1 records. Fourth quarter, East up 8-0. Lyndon facing a 4th and 25. Darrell Brock goes to Emmanuel Townsend. He takes it down to the goal line. That's going to set up the touchdown. Brock calling his own number, in for the score. The try for 2, no good. East led 8-6. And East, they come back. Tajon Roster takes it 12 yards for the touchdown. That would be it. East goes on to win 14-12. That's going to take care of our first 6 games, but we're far from done.
Yeah, coming up, we've got more conference titles to hand out, plus see which 2 Central Ohio teams are making a major statement as we get set for the postseason. That's next.
What a great 10 weeks this has been. And you know what? We had perfect weather for all 10 weeks.
We did. We finally got fall weather. It only took 10 weeks in, but that sets up perfectly for the playoffs that are kicking off next week. It's crazy. I almost said next month.
Yeah, and we're going to pick it up, back up with the Stallions of DeSales on the road at the Hawks of Hartley. You know, the Stallions come into the game with a 7-2 record, a lock to make the playoffs. Hartley 5-4 on the year. A win would be huge, and we'll pick this one up in the first quarter. No score, and DeSales is going to get on the board first. Check out Jonathan Brown. Running hard, number 13 takes it 13 yards for the touchdown. Stallions led 7-0. Now to the second quarter. Stallions back at it. R.J. Day, a record-setting year throwing the football. Screen pass here to Jonathan Brown, and he's going to take it 36 yards down to the 2-yard line, and then that sets up the touchdown. Who else? Jonathan Brown, big night, 2-yard score. Stallions win 23-21. Next up, we head to Hilliard Bradley. Jaguars hosting the Rocks of Dublin. Kaufman coming to the game with a 2-7 record. Bradley 4-5 on the year. Pick it up in the third quarter. Bradley's up 7-3. Bradley's defense comes up big. Ball is loose. Jaguars recover. And then Bradley's going to make them pay at the other end. Check out Rashad Trust. Taking it 33 yards for the touchdown, and just like that, the Jags led 14-3. And trust me, he was just getting warmed up. Fourth quarter, and Trust, 16-yard touchdown. Bradley goes on to win 29-23.
All right, one Central Ohio team that's going to be a big problem in the postseason. They're right there. Big Walnut. They've lost just once this year. That was to Watterson. Since then, 8 straight wins. A 9th straight would give them the outright OCC. At Westland tonight, we're starting 4th and 1. You got to get 1 yard. And when you need a yard, you know what's better? Is how about 40? Nolan Burley, he was not content with the first down. He's rumbling down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch that man into the end zone. That puts Big Walnut up 8-0 to start the game. By the ground, by the air, the Eagles are just good at football. That is Eli Stump, and he puts it where only Owen Pollock can grab it. Big Walnut starting to taste that conference title. But how about one more? Jackson Bowers, good last name for a tight end, trying to follow in Brock's footsteps, and he looks like it, reaching up for that one. 6 points for number 6. Big Walnut, They just keep dominating, 56-0 over Westland. They can hang that banner with a 9-1 regular season. And we're finishing with an Upper Arlington team really starting to peak at the right time. Hosting Hilliard Davidson, we've reached bring a blanket to high school football weather. It's perfect. The defense might want to blanket Oliver Backus because he is wide open with just one guy on him. Dom, I don't know what this touchdown dance is. What do you think of it? Grade it.
I think it's called the Dom.
It's called the Dom. There you go. Now you know. Hey, they have another chance to do a touchdown dance here because Trent Wolpert is cutting it back into the end zone. He does not do the Dom there. Sadly, this one really all UA. They put up 31, but we're going to give a shout out to the defense as well. They get the shutout in this game. They allowed just one touchdown in the final 2 games of the regular season.
Wow. 10 weeks. That's going to put a wrap on the First and 10 for 10 weeks. Next week, playoff time.
Can I see the Dom real quick?
You know, it was.
Okay, well, we need to go to the CBJ. We can't show that on television.